Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Preston Endress. During this time of year, holiday shopping could get a tad bit hectic, as people would go out of their ways to get exact things they want, but this story deals with those willing to use theft. On Wednesday, December 3rd, 2 individuals were captured on surveillance video pictures due to their roles in retail theft at a Wilkes-Barre-Boscov's department store. Both suspects were each involved in separate thefts and are believed not to be associated with each other. The suspects are now wanted by the Wilkes-Barre City Police Department, and if anyone can identify either of them, they are highly advised to privately send a message on the department's Facebook page. All tips will remain anonymous, yet appreciated. The spirit of Christmas was truly captured on the night of Wednesday, December 3rd, as everyone in attendance got to see the annual Christmas tree lighting at the Hazleton City Hall. The event had numerous festivities along with a free hot chocolate bar, and these drinks proved why people should never let it cool, especially in the cold weather. The festivities included singing acts, starting with Savannah Klingerman singing the Star-Spangled Banner.
Last gleaming, whose broad stripes.
Following that, we got child actor Lauren Reich singing a list of beloved Christmas jingles. After Reich's starstruck performances, everyone got the pleasure in partaking in a sing-along led by the Faith Church worship team, ranging from an array of different tones. The All That Dancing music group got to show off their best dance moves to some other of the best Christmas jingles. Hazleton Mayor Jeff Cassett got in front of the microphone to give his deepest thanks to all who contributed to the event.
A grateful thank you to our partners in Can Do, whose sponsorship for the hot chocolate and are providing an incredible event over at the church immediately following our event here. We're grateful for Posture, who is our MC tonight. They are also handling the sound and the light. Happy birthday to Hazleton. We are celebrating the 34th anniversary of the day Hazleton became a city. We want to thank Romark, Amazon, and the Mayor Cassett Revitalization Fund for providing us gifts and candies and treats that Santa Claus will be providing to you. So after this event is over, Santa Claus comes. The children are welcome to come inside for photos, free photos and gifts from Santa Claus.
American Cancer Society Telethon founder Clemmie Yamona not only activated the tree lighting, but also gave a speech showing a great amount of appreciation.
It is through your spirit, participation, and organized teamwork you made it happen. This is a day which heralds the greatest day of the year, Christmas. For it is a time when old friends and new friends greet each other in friendship and express feelings which are usually held in reserve. And families gather to show their love and thanksgiving. The people of Hazleton, thank you for this day.
This event got a lot of people invested in the most wonderful time of the year, and everyone involved in production hopes that the whole county has a happy Merry Christmas. This week is National Tax Security Awareness Week, a partnership with the IRS, state tax administrators, tax software companies, and others in the tax community. The annual event serves as a method of sharing with the general population the importance of protecting sensitive financial information from identity theft and tax scams, especially as the holidays and 2026 tax season is approaching. The IRS and other summit members have strengthened their systems, leaving identity thieves to redirect their attention to the taxpayers' information. The IRS says that there has been an increase of these activities on social media and emphasized that the IRS will never personally contact you over social media direct messages. They also ask to confirm that any posts that come from an account that visually appears to be from the IRS are actually legitimate. Other areas of focus on Tax Security Week are phishing scams, and to once again verify that emails sent to you from what appears to be the IRS to actually be from the service. There is much more to learn from this event, and you can find out more information at irs.gov. Coming Coming up on WYLN News, today is National Cookie Day. Plus, a GoFundMe has been started for a family that lost their home to a fire. But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast brought to you by the WYLN Weather Kids. We'll be right back.
Brought to you by Lehigh Valley Health Network, part of Jefferson Health. With LVHN Same Day, Next Day Cancer Care, you can get a video visit with a clinician within 48 hours following a cancer diagnosis. Learn more at lvhn.org/cancercare.
My name is Addie, and my welcome be cloudy.
We want your child to be our WYLN Weather Kid. Your child can be our feature weather reporter of the day on WYLN News and WYLN social media posts, just by using your smartphone or any video recording device. It's easy. All ages are welcome, from toddlers to teens. To find out how, go to the weather section of WYLNTV.com or look for our post about it on the WYLN News Facebook page. Submit your Weather Kid video today. Third Base Luncheonette, still making memories after all these years.
This week on Let's Talk Chiropractic, we're going to talk about chiropractic and car accidents. It's getting icy out there, the roads are not always salted, so check in about car accidents and chiropractic.
Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicapped accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969. Hey, did you know WYLN posts news stories and other bonus content on social media all week long? The Weather Kids, Fresh from the Farm, Everyday Heroes, Let's Talk Sports, Feel Good Friday, daily news stories, and more. Visit WYLNTV.com, Facebook, and YouTube to check it out. WYLN, the local leader on social media. We're your local network. When you see news happening in your neighborhood, call WYLN News at 570-459-1869 or email us at news@WYLNTV.com or send us a message on social media through Facebook. WYLN, we're your local network.
Welcome back to WYLN News. The White House has confirmed that President Donald Trump will be visiting the NEPA area on Tuesday. The information from the White House says he will discuss inflation with his remarks. This will be the first time Trump has been in the NEPA area since July. Where and what hour he will be visiting has yet to be released, but we will keep you updated as soon as we learn more. Looking for a haircut in Sugarloaf? A new barbershop has opened its doors for the residents. On November 21st, 24-year-old Stefan Barna of Freeland opened the doors to Sugarloaf Township a new barbershop called Valley Barber Club. Starting at 14 years old, Barna has been cutting hair for a decade, bringing to this year with owning and operating his new shop. After graduating from high school, Barna did 1 year studying at Jolie Academy in Hazleton, a barber school that has since closed. He worked at chop shops for a few years before opening his own shop. He offers haircutting services with pricing for children, adults, and seniors from respectively $15 to $30. The Valley Barber Club is open from Tuesday through Friday from 9 o'clock a.m. to 7 o'clock p.m. and Saturday from 9 o'clock a.m. to 2 o'clock p.m. at 647 PA 93. Today is National Cookie Day, and there are some businesses engaging in the holiday. Dairy Queen is giving out some sweet deals. From now until December 7th, you could get $3 off any small Blizzard treat if you are a DQ reward member. And with the purchase of a Stack Burger combo or a 6-piece chicken strip basket, you can get a free mini frosted sugar cookie. Crumble Cookie is offering a free extra 7th cookie for every 6 cookies they buy. If you plan to celebrate from home, we hope you make delicious cookies and have a wonderful National Cookie Day. The losing streak is over for the Columbia Montour Area Vocational Technical School girls basketball team. The team, led by second-year coach Tom Moxia, ended the team's losing streak on Wednesday night with a 40-22 win over the MMI Preppers. The Votech Rams, who have not previously won since January 22, 2022, that is 1,211 days, ended the team's 74-game losing streak. Junior Taylor Nivas led the scoring with 17 points, while Madison Roth, Ava Greshko, and Clara Geyer each had 6 points. Roth, the team's lone senior, was ecstatic that she earned her first high school win. She scored a corner basket right before halftime to extend the lead. Junior Brianna Utt caused havoc on defense earlier in the second half on 3 consecutive possessions against the Preppers. Junior Piper Karcher provided tough and scrappy play for the Rams with a steal leading to a basket in transition. In fitting fashion, senior Roth earned the final basket to secure the win. Coach Tom Moxia said, "They say the hardest one to get is the first, so we got it early. We'll go from there and try to build off this one." The 1-1 Rams' next game is next Wednesday at Montgomery. Previously from last night's story, a GoFundMe page was started for the family who lost their home due to a fire. On early Tuesday morning, firefighters responded to a house fire in Hazel Township on Forest Hills Acres. The Roberto family managed to evacuate their home, but their belongings and memories were unfortunately taken from them. A friend from the Roberto family, Lola Davis, started a GoFundMe page and is asking the public's support for the family during the devastating time. She said monetary donations and gift cards would help by enabling to buy exactly what they need. Davis also listed the names of their children and their clothing and shoe sizes, along with school supplies. You can help and support the Roberto family by going to the website shown on your screen. Coming up on Freeland's News Choice, Wyln historian Chris Fulmer leads us down the path through history with Selinsgrove Part 1. And stay right here on Wyln. We'll be right back.
For a better customer experience, visit Fairway Subaru in Hazleton. Fairway Subaru has been providing generations of customers with Subarus. With exceptional customer service they've come to expect. Check out our selection in person or at fairwaysubaru.com. Fairway Subaru, the right car, the right price, the right dealer.
When you bundle home and auto, life can be easier. You choose coverage that makes sense for you, at a price that's right for you, and a local State Farm agent who's there for you.
Call State Farm agent Pete Kasalika in the greater Hazleton area today.
It's cold out there. Call S.J. Kowalski for the best products and solutions to help lower your energy costs and keep your family safe and comfortable this winter. Our professional team has unparalleled experience with all the latest innovative types of heating systems. We're a Lennox Premier dealer, installing high-quality equipment, providing the ultimate experience in comfort and climate control while being energy efficient. S.J. Kowalski, heating and cooling the way the earth intended.
Do you like craft beer? Do you want to learn the right way to sample wine? How about checking out a restaurant with a unique flavor or a crazy food challenge? These are just some of the things we are featuring on Wine, Hops, and Road Stops. So, spend some time learning about great wine, great beer, and great food on WYLN TV 35.
Are you sitting at home living in pain? Maybe it's in your hands, maybe your back or your hips. The good news is you don't need to live in pain. Why? Because there is Omega XL, a one-of-a-kind, natural, powerful joint relief supplement created from the green lip mussels of New Zealand. Drug-free, non-habit forming. It's small, easy to swallow, and it's backed by more than 40 years of clinical research. as I was getting older, my joints started to feel that wear and tear. But then I tried Omega XL and it changed my life. If you're experiencing daily aches and pains due to aging and overuse, try Omega XL and see the difference it can make in your life.
Buy one, get two free. 2 bottles of Omega XL plus Vitamin XL D3, a value of more than $85. Call today and you pay only $39.95. Plus, you have nothing to lose because it's backed by our 60-day money-back guarantee. Call now.
Something is out there. What it is, no one knows. However, since its first sighting, there have been numerous reports of strange lights in the night sky. Some say they are extraterrestrials, flying saucers. But to all of those seemingly unrelated uncertainties, there is one common thread.
Watch Solo Spaceman on WYLN Thursdays at 1:30, Saturdays at 7, and Sundays at 4:30.
My name is Addy, and my welcome be cloudy.
The Shanks Ferry Native American culture originally lived on the western side of the Susquehanna River by the Isle of Q. They would be displaced in the 1500s by the Susquehannock tribe, who in turn would be moved out by other tribes allied with the Iroquois by the 1670s. The first European to establish a permanent settlement in the area was George Gabriel, who arrived in 1754. His homestead, which was located at the mouth of Penn's Creek, was known as Gabriel's Improvement, and Gabriel would build a grist mill, tavern, and trading post on his property. Other Europeans would soon follow in his footsteps. The natives then living in the area naturally were not too pleased with outsiders coming to take their land. Tensions would rise rapidly in the region, and with the outbreak of the French and Indian War, they boiled over. General Edward Braddock's defeat at the Battle of the Monongahela gave local natives an incentive to try and drive English settlers out. And thus, on October 16, 1755, retribution would come to settlers in the area. An advance party of French-allied Lenape fighters, a vanguard of a French and native force moving east from the Pittsburgh area to try and secure the Susquehanna for France, reached Penn's Creek. They first attacked the homestead of Swiss settler Jean-Jacques Leroy, whom they tomahawked to death, then burned his body in his cabin. Leroy's children Jacob and Marie were taken captive by the raiders, and a neighbor who rode up to investigate was shot and scalped. Several of the raiders then moved to the nearby cabin of Sebastian Leininger, where they demanded rum. They ultimately settled for tobacco, and after having had a good smoke, they announced that they were going to kill everyone. Leininger was shot, his son tomahawked, and his daughters taken captive. After taking their prisoners into the forest, the raiders resumed their murderous spree throughout the settlements. By the time they had finished, what became known as the Penn's Creek Massacre had claimed 14 victims, with 11 other settlers being taken captive by the raiders. For many years afterwards, the site of the murders was said to be haunted. Other Europeans, though, would continue coming to the area. One would be a Swiss soldier of fortune named Anthony Seelin. He had come to America to fight in the Revolution and was named captain of an independent corps by George Washington. Some of Seelin's wartime work would not come across as kosher today, as for example, he was a participant in the Pundit of Sullivan expedition, which destroyed Iroquois villages in New York in retribution for native raids against settlers in Pennsylvania. By the end of the conflict in 1783, Seelin moved to near the Isle of Q, where he would operate a mill and store. It would be he who would found a community in the area in 1787, and it would be named Seelin's Grove in his honor. Originally written as 2 words, the town's name would eventually be combined into a single word. Other settlers would come to the newly named Seelin's Grove. One would be Anthony Seelin's brother-in-law, Simon Snyder. Born in Lancaster in 1759, Snyder had originally been apprenticed to be a tanner. He moved to Seelin's Grove in 1784, where he operated a grist mill. He would be appointed Justice of the Peace for the area and served 12 years in that capacity. State politics would come calling for Snyder soon after. In 1790, he served on a commission to revise Pennsylvania's Constitution. He would then be elected to Pennsylvania's House of Representatives, where he served from 1797 to 1807 and was House Speaker in 1804, 1805, and 1807. Snyder would then set his sights on the governorship. He attempted an initial run in 1808, but was defeated by incumbent Governor Thomas McKean. Snyder tried again in 1808, and this time was elected as Pennsylvania's third governor. He would be re-elected again in 1811 and 1814, and would be the last Pennsylvania governor to serve 3 terms. During his lengthy tenure, Snyder oversaw the move of the state capital from Lancaster to the more centrally located Harrisburg. He strongly supported the War of 1812, in contrast to other northeastern governors who opposed it. Following the war's conclusion, Snyder was considered as a possible vice presidential candidate for James Madison, but was ultimately not chosen. After his time as governor, Snyder was nominated to serve Union County, which Selinsgrove was then part of, in the state legislature, but he died of typhoid before he could take office. He rests today in Selinsgrove's Old Lutheran Cemetery. Simon Snyder's legacy is still with Selinsgrove today, as his former residence, the Governor Simon Snyder Mansion, was added to the National Register of Historic Places in 1978. Moreover, Snyder County, which was formed on March 2, 1855 and included Selinsgrove, would be named in his honor. Back in Selinsgrove, industry slowly started taking root. Among the first places that it took hold on was the Isle of Kew, where legend had held that local chieftain Shikellamy had given to his European counterpart, Conrad Weiser, after Weiser claimed he dreamed of Shikellamy doing this. Shikellamy reportedly grumbled afterwards, "Let us never dream again." It was on the island that Simon Snyder had built his initial mill. He sold it to Andrew Oberdorf and would eventually return to the Snyder family via Henry W. Snyder. Other owners took control of the mill over the decades until it was purchased by Howard D. Schnurr in 1868. Schnurr would rebuild the mill with more modern machinery and a connection to the railroad. In 1898, he would install the first electric lights in Snyder County at the mill. The Pennsylvania Railroad bought the property in 1905, then sold to J.F. Youngman 3 years later. Youngman operated the mill until 1920. It would be raised in 1929. The canal craze that swept the nation in the 1820s and 30s reached Selinsgrove in those years as well. The Susquehanna Division of the Pennsylvania Canal would be built between 1827 and 1829 in town. Selinsgrove would benefit heavily from the canal carrying goods across the state, with many businesses growing alongside the waterway. Boat building would also take place in Selinsgrove via the firm of Keller and Gemberling, opened in 1868. Burned down in a fire in 1872, it was replaced in the area by the Colshire and Moyer boat yard and sawmill. The canal lasted for decades in Selinsgrove, but by the turn of the century it had fallen into disrepair. It would close for good in 1901. Another Selinsgrove institution founded in the mid-1800s would prove more durable. It was the brainchild of Lutheran pastor Benjamin Kurtz, who had previously founded the Gettysburg Seminary, and wished to start another institution to further the Lutheran values he promoted. Selinsgrove's American Lutherans of the Evangelical Lutheran Church reached out to him and offered $22,000 in the use of one of its buildings for a school, although they stipulated it be open as a junior college and with a twin institution for women. The Missionary Institute of the Evangelical Lutheran Church and the Susquehanna Female College, as they were originally known, opened for students since September 1, 1858, each featuring a theology and a classical department. The female college disbanded in 1873, and the Missionary Institute opened its doors to female attendees soon thereafter. It would receive its current name of Susquehanna University in 1895. Susquehanna University's football team would have the honor of welcoming legendary coach Amos Alonzo Stagg to its staff in 1947. Stagg had previously contributed heavily to football's development during 40 years in charge at the University of Chicago, where he innovated the huddle, the center snap, the lateral pass, and the reverse play, as well as beginning the tradition of placing numbers on jerseys. He would spend 6 years as co-coach with his son Amos Jr. Stagg, for whom Division III's national championship game would be named, continued coaching after leaving Selinsgrove, not retiring until 1958 when he was 96 years old.
My name is Addie, and my will be cloudy.
Hey, it's Justin from Grand Central, and our trained sleep professionals are here to help you sleep like never before. With an extensive line of Sealy and Stearns & Foster mattresses, we are sure to find you the right mattress at the right price. Free delivery and removal, interest-free financing for up to 60 months, and same or next day delivery on select models.
And don't forget, everyday low prices. Stop in to one of our 2 locations, Route 93 in Escapec,
or downtown Hazleton,
and see why Northeast and Central Pennsylvania sleeps better with Grand Central.
WYLN programming is online all the time. Visit our website at WYLNTV.com to check out archive shows and a live stream of our broadcasts. And don't forget to visit all of our social media pages for breaking news, weather, and sports. You can also head directly to our YouTube page for all our programming at youtube.com/WYLNTV35. Subscribe and ring that bell so you get notified every time there's a new show available online.
WYLN TV 35 is expanding and is on the hunt for a dynamic salesperson to join our vibrant team. If you've got the passion and the drive, we want to hear from you. Send your resume to the email displayed on your screen. Don't miss this great opportunity.
Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicap accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969.
Hello, I'm WYLN historian Chris Fulmer. Pennsylvania's communities are filled with interesting history. Come with me as we discover the people, events, industries, and other historic facets of local towns.
Attention, WYLN viewers! WYLN TV can now be seen on the Hazleton Service Electric Cablevision HD tier, channel 507, and over the air at 35.1. WYLN, we're your local network.
You're watching WYLN TV 35.